going on, Conscious Crew? It's your favorite breakdown commentator, CTV. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. There's a lot going on in the world, girl, and we're here to get into it. Before we do so, go ahead and thumbs up this video until it's absolutely stuck. You guys know that thumbing up the video not only helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. When you are thumbing up the video, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another Conscious crew member and telling them to get their black asses into the sanctuary, because the Kang is in fact Kang Gang. So if you got enough wherewithal to click on the video, to type into the chat, you definitely got the superpower to hit that old nasty piece of thumbs up for me. So we need all of that, honey. Teamwork makes the dream work. Shout out to all of the new stubbies. Also, make sure that you have your notification bell set to all. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be a YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your Twitter, the dark side of, hold on, I kind of F that up. Your Instagram, Snapchat, your YouTube community wall, Facebook, MySpace, the dark side of Tumblr, Twitter, or your personal OF. I don't really give a damn where you in fact lay the link, because them whores know that we're out, we're live, and we're certainly in color. And all donation information is in the description box below. $ Consciouztv on Cash App and or paypal.me/Consciouztv, spelled just how it is here on the platform. With no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What's going on, Conscious Crew? Happy Tuesday. Let me go ahead and speak to the Conscious Crew in the building. What's going on, Sin? Hey, Queen Brielle. What's going on, Sherry? Hey, Mel. What's going on, Rashaman? What's going on, Simply Telly? Hey, Nita. Hey, Orinda. Hey, Coach Leslie. Hey, Charity the Gift. What's going on, Shitty Chitlins? Hey, Boo. Hey, Ray. What's going on, Danielle? Hey, Simon. What's going on, Honey Bee? Hey, Corey. Hey, Ray. Hey, y'all. Yes, we got some political coverage coming up, y'all. I know. I think the last time I did some political coverage, it was what, month before last? You know, girl, it be taking, the political landscape just be taking me out, child. Okay, having to live it is enough. Then having to report on it is even damn more. But I will and do have some commentary to give and some things, you know, I want to just present on a platform. So we'll have another compilation live stream regarding everything going on politically. Also, you guys know it was a complete crap show yesterday. Talking about the Smelly and Brown, Funky Dineva, and Trasher Coochie K drama that unfolded, girl. Shout out to the 1,300 folk that was in the building. We had a very, very, very hood-like town hall meeting on yesterday, girl. It got completely crunk, and we got to come back and do it all over because there's been some updates on that slap that Funky Dineva promised to Trasher Coochie K and her immigrant undocumented ass husband, as well as a response from Smelly and Brown, girl. So we're going to get into all things later on. But today, we are here to get into everything going on in the courtroom, girl, with these celebrities. It is a lot of buffoonery. And first and foremost, we got to start off, I guess, with Tony Buzbee, girl. Y'all know thick neck Tony Buzbee, the attorney that came to us last year, who promised to take Diddy down and to take an integral approach to the 125 accusers that he was representing against Diddy at his infamous Buzbee law firm. Had a whole press conference, had a whole crisis Diddy baby oil hotline, baby. I mean, had it going on, all things were hopeful, and then everything just started slowly crashing and damn burning, baby. He really effed up the church's thing when he tried to allegedly extort Jay-Z into settling out of court regarding a grape that was not true to begin with. Jay-Z filed a lawsuit instead. Tony Buzbee retaliated by having the accuser who initially accused P. Diddy of raping her to also include Jay-Z as a co-defendant. And baby, I'm not sure if Tony Buzbee or when Tony Buzbee realized, girl, that was the beginning of the end, girl. Baby, I don't know why this man played on Jay-Z Rock Nation's head top, girl. Y'all know they already accused of being a part of the Illuminati and praying to gargoyles and vampires and shit, girl. They get their powers from hell and all type of things. Child, literally they don't put Tory Ballscap lanes behind prison, baby. Somebody should have warned Tony Buzbee because something happened, and I was the first person to call it, and I'm gonna keep calling it. That happened in the litigation between Tony Buzbee, Jane Doe, and Jay-Z is that Alex Spiro, okay, the competent, all incomparable Alex Spiro of Rock Nation, who's also representing Megan Thee Stallion against her cyber stalker Milagro scams. He ollie-ooped the ish out of Tony Buzbee when he revealed to the courts in that litigation that is now officially dismissed with prejudice, meaning that claim cannot be refiled, retried, relitigated against Jay-Z, is he exposed to the courts that Tony Buzbee did not have permission to even represent anyone in the Southern District Courts of New York because he had not even sought permission, which out-of-state and out-of-jurisdiction attorneys would need to do, because Tony Buzbee is in fact a licensed Texas-based attorney, which means that if he was to go and represent clients in LA, or if he has a New York client, or if he has a Georgia client, he would need to seek permission first from those states' legal tribunal regarding his right to enter jurisdictionally into the district, into the city, into the state to represent as an outside party about a party that is a residence in said state. And because he had not done that for Jane Doe, baby, on top of the fact that Alex Spiro and Tony Buzbee had to privately mitigate about how he had no facts to substantiate Jane Doe's case. He had to look at all of the evidence that Alex Spiro had in support of Jay-Z's actual innocence, which was a diatribe of evidence to support that this just did not happen by any way, shape, or form. Jay-Z wasn't even at a residential property in the year 2000 following the aftermath of the Video Music Awards. He had very paid for appearances at Club Twirl and Lotus. So did Diddy. Diddy did not own any residential property that even described the residence of the mansion she claims that this assault took place against her. There was no jumbotron for her to watch the VMAs on in Times Square because MTV had not sought a permit that year for one. Benji Madden and other celebrities that she claimed she spoke to and kikied with at this after party as a 13-year-old girl were not even in New York at the time. They were on tour in the Midwest. I mean, the lawsuit just fell apart and ended up being dismissed. But because Alex Spiro made the point that Tony Buzbee had not sought permission, as I said then, Jay-Z single-handedly collapsed and soiled all of Tony Buzbee's intentions and agenda to grift and to exploit all of this negative controversy and publicity against Diddy with these frivolous lawsuits, because now Tony Buzbee has had to withdraw from more than 15 Diddy lawsuits as an attorney. all these courts are dismissing Tony Buzbee because he did not seek not only permission to represent Jane Doe, he didn't seek permission to represent any of the accusers against Diddy in the state of New York, girl. So we are watching lawsuit by 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 lawsuit be dismantled. And this doesn't look good, girl, because this causes an entire domino effect for the accusers who might have already spent money appointing Tony Buzbee to their case. All that money is now down the drain. It's also very hard for civil lawsuits to be taken seriously amongst a jury once they've already been partially or fully tried already in a court of public opinion, which a lot of these lawsuits have already gotten massive publicities, etc., with Tony Buzbee already being exposed for being an ambulance chasing attorney, and is now being accused by Jay-Z of being an extortionist, and the fact that he is taking on cases without allegedly vetting them, and he's just showing his full-on incompetence and that this is nothing more than a grift. It's going to be very hard now, even if these accusers can go find another counsel, restart their whole lawsuit all over again from beginning. They have to refund their lawsuits, and it's just a hot stinking mess. So let's get into Tony Buzbee's court drama, courtesy of Miss Yahoo Girl. Tony Buzbee's court drama has landed a fellow lawyer for Diddy accusers in hot damn water. Tony Buzbee improperly filed numerous actions against Sean Diddy Combs in NY federal court, a judge said. The judge said, but Buzbee used his co-counsel's credentials for the court's document filing system. The attorney's apparent complicity in his improper conduct may be grounds for sanctions, the judge said. We'll get into that, you guys. Tony Buzbee is handling all of the slew of federal SEX abuse lawsuits he brought against Sean Diddy Combs, has landed a fellow lawyer for the hip-hop mogul's accusers in hot water. A New York federal judge overseeing one of the lawsuits has issued a stern warning to a local attorney with whom Buzbee filed several cases in the Southern District of New York after it came to light by Alex Spiro that Buzbee was not allowed to practice law in that court. U.S. District Judge Mary Kay, whatever the fuck her last name is, wrote in a Friday ruling that Buzbee improperly filed and litigated this case using the credentials for the court's documents filing system of local attorney Antigone Curis, who apparent complicity in his improper conduct may be grounds for damn sanctions, y'all. So because Tony was an out-of-state attorney representing accusers against Diddy in the state of New York, Tony Buzbee required co-counsel from law firms that are New York based. And because he did not seek permission to even represent any of these accusers, the law firms that he's been co-counseling alongside in these courts, who have been allowing Tony Buzbee to access their legal system, accessing Pacer, etc., they've been allowing him to utilize their credentials to enter into these dockets and spaces and to upload paperwork, etc., are now also facing penalties such as massive sanctions, baby. And these judges are not playing with Tony Buzbee nor his cohorts, girl. This is nasty work. The ruling rejected Buzbee's already withdrawn motion to represent Combs' accuser Candace McCrae on a pro hac vice basis, a request to temporarily practice in a certain jurisdiction where a lawyer is not licensed. Quote, plaintiff's counsel is on notice that further failure to comply with the procedural rules that govern this court and her ethical responsibilities will have grave consequences, the judge wrote. Curious did not immediately respond to requests for comment by Business Insider. The judge wrote in the 2-page order that Buzbee improperly filed numerous actions in this court and scores of submissions in this case and other cases, using the attorney's credentials without having even applied for regular or pro hac vice admission to the United States District Court for the Southern District of New York. Buzbee denied using Curious electronic case filing system credentials improperly, telling BI in an email on Monday, quote, "That's just not at all true." Now, mind you, this man been telling lies and been getting exposed since the very beginning. Every time he said something wasn't true, it came out that it was true. I mean, Tony Buzbee is what a full-blown, overt narcissist looks like as an attorney. Quote, "I do not have access to my local counsel's ECF, period," Buzbee said. Last week, Buzbee formally withdrew himself as the plaintiff attorney in the more than dozen federal lawsuits alleging assault and rape that he filed against Combs in the Southern District of New York, a federal court district that includes Manhattan. Combs, who remains locked up pre-trial at a Brooklyn jail on federal SCX trafficking charges, has vehemently denied the charges as well as all SCX abuse allegations against him. Girl, my God, today. So not only is Tony Buzbee having the worst year of his life, girl, and he's also getting other law firms and attorneys in goddamn trouble, but these are also major wins for P. Diddy, girl, more than a dozen, and we're going to see more lawsuits filed. We're going to see more lawsuits dropped by Tony Buzbee in the following weeks and days and months, because the majority of his clients sued Diddy in the Southern District of New York, baby, and he did not seek permission to represent pro hac vice and not nail one of them cases, bitch. I mean, this is just absolutely atrocious. It is publicly humiliating and completely embarrassing. I mean, at this point, girl, go sell cars, Tony Buzbee. Go sell cars, girl. Go sell used cars on Craigslist, Miss Mamas, because, girl, I don't know whether you got an onslaught of frontal temporal dementia, baby. I don't know if it's a little bit of Alzheimer's creeping up, girl. I don't know what the tea is and how you just lost your damn mind. Not to mention, you guys, that Tony Buzbee is also being sued by several previous clients of his law firm, all ranging from allegations that he stole their workers' comp checks that he helped to litigate against their jobs, from also transferring STDs and STIs to some of his female clients, fucking up some of his clients' divorce decrees, blackmail. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. Assault, girl. It is a hot stinking mess. And because we did not know Tony Buzbee prior to him stepping into the Diddy controversy, child, we had no idea initially how much baggage thick-necked Tony Buzbee was bringing into this fray, girl. And now he done fucked around and found out, girl, that the Carter's ancestors are standing strong, bitch. Y'all know Beyonce ride brooms and shit, bitch. Once again, girl, somebody should have told Tony Buzbee somebody else to play with. He would have did better just continuing to play with Diddy. Because it's interesting how Diddy has more than 40-something plus lawsuits filed against him by Tony Buzbee, but yet none of Diddy's attorneys representing Bad Boy, etc., were able to catch this technicality the way that the competent, incomparable Alex Spiro was. So this really could have been over before it really ever began, had P. Diddy's attorneys been on the A game the way that Jay-Z's attorneys, were on their A game, girl. Diddy better fuck around and swap out them attorneys for Alex Spiro, girl. Alex Spiro, baby. Baby, you attorney of the century right now, baby. Alex Spiro getting all the coin. Getting all of the coin, girl. All right? So things are getting even worse, you guys, because you guys know that if there's anybody else that I dislike as an attorney more than Tony Buzbee, it is not only that Gloria Allred or that Lisa bald-headed blow-dried Bloom, but it is also, girl, Tyrone goddamn Blackburn. Y'all know Tyrone Blackburn also is representing a Diddy accuser, aka the producer Lil Rod, who filed a lawsuit, I believe, back in 2023 or 24. It was following Cassie's lawsuit, girl, and he pretty much accused Diddy of the very same things: sex trafficking, prostitution, abuse, blah 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 blah, girl. His lawsuit was a issue. Well, Diddy also is having a win in that area as well. Oh, before we get there, girl, Tony Buzbee's boat, as a result of retribution, girl, was swallowed up by Hurricane Barrel, girl. The entire goddamn boat, baby, sank and tanked in the Galveston Marina, baby, according to a Cron.com article, baby. See, Tony Buzbee was getting a prelude to the karmic justice he was going to be facing, girl, before he even officially filed any suit and represented anybody against Diddy, while he was prepping all year, girl, following Cassie's lawsuit and the massive 30 million alleged plus dollars settled out of court, girl. And he thought he was about to get up in there, girl, and get to grifting. The universe and the heavens were already sending him signs of the times, girl, sending him dark omens and shit, girl, such as his boat, girl, being tossed about and ripped apart by Hurricane Barrel. So Tony Buzbee, girl, just save yourself the embarrassment, girl. But you know, the Bible does say that pride does come before the fall, baby, and we are seeing the fire descend over Sodom and Gomorrah over there at the Buzbee law firm, girl. Y'all keep Tony Buzbee in y'all prayers and ask that he gets some damn wisdom and some goddamn sense about his motherfucking stuff, because before he come up stinking in the Mississippi River. Now, back to Lil Rod, girl. Now, look, this is interesting to me because I don't know why people just don't do the math. I don't know why people don't be vetting these so-called celebrity attorneys. A lot of them are trash. If you look at their actual track record, a lot of them are ambulance chasers. A lot of them are alleged extortionists. A lot of them are just looking to roll their public profile by always jumping into highly sensationalized suits by everyday people against very prominent individuals. And here Tyrone Blackburn come jumping his raggedy ashy ass into the mix, just like Tony Buzbee, taking on a lawsuit by music producer Lil Rod against Diddy, and almost immediately, girl, the plane started to fall apart in the midnight sky, because you guys know that Lil Rod had to have this particular lawsuit amended either one or two times, girl. It came out that the individual that Lil Rod accused P. Diddy of showing him, well, Lil Rod accused Diddy one time of being in the studio and showing him gay corn. And he alleged that one of the figures in that gay corn was no other than reality TV star and music producer and good friend of Diddy, Stevie J. Stevie J of Love and Hip Hop. Stevie J of Jocelyn, girl. Stevie not gonna send me back to the strip club, girl. Okay? Come to find out, he even submitted a screenshot of Stevie J in this alleged homoerotic act as so-called proof, only for the individual who was being mistaken for Stevie J to have been an actual gay corn star who resembles Stevie J. Uh-huh. And then there were other claims in Lil Rod's lawsuit against Diddy, such as he claimed that one time there was a oot out in the studio and that there was a dead body in the bathroom of the studio. The police were involved, etc. But come to find out, upon further investigation, the event that Lil Rod was talking about actually happened like 3 blocks away from the studio. Okay? And there was no damn dead body. The lawsuit was just literally filled with lies upon lies upon lies, the lies, Phaedra. Just the lies, girl. And because we know how Tyrone Blackburn gets down, we have to assume that Tyrone Blackburn is the corporate. Well, things get even worse. Even after Lil Rod tried to put steam back into his lawsuit as it fell apart because he interviewed with no other than the infamous Tisha Tales girl, who also is just getting egg all over her face because she thought that there was truth to the Jane Doe shit. She was trying to make the Jane Doe lawsuit against Jay-Z work. She was trying to move up dates and move up years and just move shit around, girl, to prove that Jay-Z did this, only for there to have been zero relevance, zero evidence, and the lawsuit to have ultimately been dismissed. And now the producer, girl, she also tried to stand in the paint with so that she can grift off of some of this good publicity as well. Now is having his lawsuit, girl, damn near entirely dismissed, girl. There's only like 1 or 2 claims left, girl, of relevancy in Lil Rod's lawsuit. Check this out. According to people.com, majority of producer Rodney Jones' claims against Sean Diddy Combs in sexual assault lawsuit have been dismissed. The judge in the case dismissed 5 of Jones' 9 claims against Combs per court documents by People. A New York judge has dismissed many of producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones' claims against Sean Diddy Combs per court documents obtained by People. By People on Monday. Hold on, y'all. March 24th, Jones filed a $30 million sexual assault and sexual harassment lawsuit against Combs in February of last year. In his 73-page filing, Jones alleged that Combs actually harassed, drugged, and threatened him when he worked on Combs' Love album from September 2022 to November of 2023. The music producer also alleged that Combs and others that Combs hired actually assaulted him, which y'all also includes Cuba Gooding Jr. Combs' adult son Justin, his chef of staff Christina, Universal Music Group CEO Sir Lucian Grange, and former Motown Records CEO Ethiopia Haftan Memorandum have also been named as defendants in Jones' filings. In August, Combs filed a motion to dismiss Jones' lawsuit as Combs' attorney Erica Wolf called it pure fiction. Judge J. Paul Oken granted the motion in part and denied it in part on Monday. Jones' RICO, Racketeer Influence and Corrupt Organizations Act allegation was dismissed as the judge noted that he failed to prove that there was a connection between Combs and his enterprise's alleged racketeering conduct and Jones not receiving payment for his work on the Love album, girl. So he failed to prove that he wasn't compensated, which is crazy, and then also failed to prove that there was indeed objective corruption regarding Diddy's corporations. The court cannot, quote, identify any such casual link, Judge Oken wrote, adding defendants' alleged SCX drug and GUN trafficking activities did not foreseeably or naturally preclude defendants from honoring their recording contract with Jones. Jones also sued Combs, chef of staff, and Combs Global over an alleged violation of the TVPA, which is Trafficking Victims Protection Act, which bans using threats of force, fraud, or coercion to cause the person to engage in a commercial SEX act. Jones' TVPA claims against Combs Global were also dismissed. However, Judge Oken did not dismiss the allegations against Combs or quorum, writing that Jones' lawsuit includes several specific examples of incidents Combs allegedly recruited or enticed Jones to solicit and perform SEX acts with commercial workers, and allegedly transported Jones across state and international borders to do so. Jones claims that he was drugged during the alleged instances and often woke up in bed with SEX workers. He alleged that when he lived with Combs while working on the album, he was subject to constant unsolicited and unauthorized groping and touching for commercial purposes. He alleged that Combs made promises for Jones' career and finances to get Jones to accept this unwanted conduct. Jones specifically accused Combs of sexual assault, claiming he touched and groped him, providing specific instances of unwanted sexual contact. For example, he alleged Combs drugged and slept with him in Combs' Miami home in February of 2023. Judge Oken ruled that Jones' sexual assault claims were sufficient to state a plausible claim and did not dismiss the allegation. So Diddy still got to fight that in the lawsuit. The judge also decided not to dismiss Jones' premises liability claim, which based Jones' allegations that he was actually assaulted multiple times on Combs' properties. Judge Oken noted, quote, Combs had both possession and control of the premises. However, because Jones did not adequately plead that he suffered severe emotional distress, his claim of negligent and intentional infliction of emotional distress against Combs, goddamn, was dismissed. These are the sloppy doings of Tyrone Blackburn. How is Tyrone Blackburn failing to state severe emotional distress if you're going to file a lawsuit on behalf of a person claiming to have been SEX trafficked and SEX assaulted? Lastly, Jones' breach of contract claims stemming from his allegations that he wasn't paid for his work on the album were also dismissed. The judge pointed to New York statute of frauds that says a contract that can't be performed within 1 year is unenforceable unless it is in writing. Although the defendant's portion couldn't be performed in a year, Jones and Combs' team appeared to have an oral agreement. Also in court documents, the judge issued a warning to Jones' lawyer. Let me screenshot this, baby. My God, today, girl, I am shook. Also in court documents, the judge issued a warning to Jones' lawyer, Tyrone Blackburn, due to his unsettling conduct, adding, quote, Blackburn's filings are replete with inaccurate statements of law, conclusory accusations, and inappropriate and ad hominem attacks on opposing counsel. This is something that Tyrone Blackburn has been called out for in previous litigations, girl. He's known essentially as a courtroom clown. He's known to use sensational headlinings, to be shallow at best in his litigation, questioning how he even became licensed and passed the state bar. They need to really investigate Tyrone Blackburn and see if he had access to ChatGPT, girl, when he had to take the state bar test and exam, girl, because it's crazy. Quote, a win is a win, Blackburn. You can't make this up, girl. A win is a win, Blackburn tells people of the judge's ruling, adding that he is looking forward to discovery, girl, and discovering that he done fucked up this thing for his goddamn client, who he's already made a majority of a goddamn fool of. And just like Tyrone Blackburn, I mean, just like Tony Buzbee, girl, Tyrone Blackburn is taking on cases because of their hyper publicity and just throwing anything he can up against the wall to see what sticks, and then claiming that whatever sticks is a damn win, even though they're still going to be overall on the trajectory of losing the case overall, girl. Straight up clownery, girl. Lil Rod, you better be represented pro bono, girl. Because if you're paying Tyrone Blackburn, girl, if you sought out Tyrone Blackburn, which I also highlight out because Tyrone Blackburn be the one outsourcing for his clients. This is the same attorney, y'all, who's representing old boy against TD Jakes. And TD Jakes defamation lawsuit, girl. And you know how that's going, girl. It's going nuts. Combs is currently being held, Well, things get even worse, child, for Tyrone Blackburn, because not only is the majority of the claims in one of his clients' lawsuits being dismissed, but another high-profile litigation that he represented another person in also has resulted in not only the lawsuit being dismissed, but his client owing another party $90,000, who's struggling to pay that motherfucking judgment. You guys may remember no other than Sabrina Peterson in her 2023 lawsuit against Tiny and T.I., baby. Well, there was a hearing regarding the aftermath of Sabrina Peterson's legal L against Tiny and T.I. regarding the $90,000 judgment that she's now owing to the hip-hop couple, and she can thank her attorney, Tyrone Blackburn, for that, girl. Let's get into this Rolling Stone article. T.I. and Tiny accusers lawsuit dismissed after contempt hearing. Sabrina Peterson avoided jail for failing to meet a court-ordered deadline, but was told her claims against T.I. and Tiny would be terminated with her June trial vacated. T.I. and Tiny's defamation accuser avoided jail time at her criminal contempt hearing Monday, but saw her lawsuit against the married musicians tossed out of court due to what a judge called her inexcusable failure to push the case along. Sabrina Peterson appeared in a LA courtroom and testified under oath that she didn't mean to defy multiple court orders when she previously failed to pay more than $96,000 in attorney fees to T.I. and Tiny. Peterson said she simply couldn't afford to cover the couple's legal bills, linked to an appeals court ruling that found 5 of the 7 causes of action in Peterson's original lawsuit were completely frivolous. An Instagram influencer and business coach, Peterson sued the couple, whose legal names are Clifford Harris and Tamika Cottle Harris, in March of 2021. She said they harmed her reputation in business when they denied her allegations that T.I. once put a GUN to her head and separately faced credible accusations he drugged and raped other women. Quote, "There's a possibility of you going to jail. Anything you say could be used against you." Los Angeles County Judge Michael Schultz warned Peterson before she sworn in to explain herself Monday. Peterson said she understood and told the court that the $96,000 award represented half of her annual income. So the only way she could pay it would be if Harris's let her pay $1,000 a month under, my God, a payment plan. Baby, Sabrina Peterson didn't pull not one thing out of Consciouztv book. At one point during her testimony, Peterson spoke over the judge, drawing a rebuke. Quote, "Ma'am, don't interrupt. I listened to you," Judge Schultz said. "It's been 17 months and you haven't paid a dime," he said, referring to the October 2023 order from a prior judge granting the fees. The same judge issued a follow-up order last October, giving Peterson 90 days to satisfy the debt. Quote, "It's been almost 2 years since she has defied the original court's order and almost a year since she defied the second court's order," T.I. and Tiny's attorney, Andrew Brittler, argued Monday. Quote, "The case should be dismissed and Ms. Peterson should be held in contempt of court. She has shown nothing but disrespect. She brags about how much money she has online and that she's never paying the sum to the Harrises, and she has absolutely no respect for the court's time or its orders." Brettler said Peterson has made zero attempt to advance her own lawsuit beyond filing the complaint and switching lawyers. Baby, she had to get Blackburn the hell up out of there. He said there was no way the trial scheduled for June 9th could proceed. After staring at his computer screen for several minutes, apparently reviewing the docket, the judge said that the contempt issue was moot because he was terminating the entire damn case, girl. So he said, "The hell we're putting her ass in jail. I'm going to make sure I never have to say this bitch again in my goddamn courtroom, girl." and evicted the entire damn case in favor of T.I. and Tiny. He told his clerk to make sure his written order reflected Peterson's lack of action, baby. So he also wanted it to go down on the legal docs, baby, that Sabrina is full of shit. She's disrespectful. She is fugazi as hell, and she's rotten to her soul. The case was filed March 1st of 2021. It has now been 4 years and 23 days. The court finds that the plaintiff has failed to prosecute the case. The case is dismissed, Judge Scott said. He added that the Harrises could still file a judgment to collect their $96,000. After the hearing, Brettler said they plan to go after the money. My God, today, girl, this is a iconic legal L, baby. This is iconic, girl. Not only did T.I. and Tiny get a $96,000 judgment originally, but they also are going to be able to get and go in and collect on that $96,000 by garnishing Sabrina's wages. And to make matters worse, she absolutely took all of the steam out of her lawsuit because the judge is even slamming her for her bullshitting, her frivolousness. And once again, this was all originally orchestrated and birthed by the incompetent hands of Tyrone Blackburn. I'm going to continue, girl, to sound off about these raggedy ass attorneys, girl. I'm telling y'all, be very weary of that Lisa Bloom, that Gloria Allred, her mammy, Tony Buzbee, and Tyrone Blackburn, girl. They're all cut from the same damn cloth, girl. So T.I. and Tiny and Jay-Z and P. Diddy are having the best week, the best month ever, girl. Hip-hop is reclaiming my time. What reclaiming my time? Because what the council failed to tell you and inform you about is that I can reclaim my time, girl. Hip-hop is reclaiming its time, girl. So hip-hop is taking a massive W, girl, this month. And it's kind of incredible if you really ask me, girl. This also is a cautionary tale, child, because as you guys see, Tisha Chell and other commentators, girl, try to get in on this shit and make objectivity out of shit, girl. This is why in this age of clout chasing, in this age of people stooping so low as to do anything to people's names and reputations for the sake of a payout, we cannot afford to necessarily believe any accuser, girl. We've got to be diligent. We've got to let things play out. And more importantly, we've got to follow the facts before we come to any conclusion, okay? You do not have to believe anybody in order to simply respect what somebody is saying, child, okay? Belief should be founded upon evidence and following through the proper protocol, girl. So we will continue as a platform over here, girl, to follow the facts, okay? No matter how salacious the headlines are, girl, okay, we will entertain what is being alleged, and we will commit to following through and by and withhold our conclusions until informed otherwise, because, baby, the age of Aquarius, baby, it's exposing the haves and the have-nots, girl. We're just living in a time where people are crazy, people out of their mind. Everybody want their piece of 15 minutes, girl. Everybody want their 15,000. And the reality is both parties can be predatory. People in power can be predators. People without any power can be predators. So, you know, it's always a 50-50 toss-up when it comes to these things that are brought to the court of public opinion, child. So Tyrone Blackburn, girl, it's a mess. Okay, we still are also waiting on the judge's response to Youngblood, who is the defendant in the TD Jakes defamation case. We're waiting for the judge to respond to that. You guys know that Tyrone Blackburn is also representing Dwayne Youngblood against TD Jakes, girl. They are going for a anti-slap dismissal, you know, claiming that TD Jakes didn't, you know, he felt to say the claim, blah, 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 blah. There hasn't been an update in the case since last month. So we'll continue to keep our eye out on the docket to see what's going on, girl. I would not be surprised if Dwayne Youngblood gets swallowed up as well, baby, because Tyrone Blackburn has a track record for doing so. And ironically, he's being accused of TD Jakes of extortion as well, of trying to extort Queen out of him, etc. Girl, trying to blackmail him, strong arm him into paying out millions of dollars to Dwayne and Blackburn, $6 million to be exact, girl. And TD Jakes did exactly what Jay-Z did to Tony Buzbee, girl. He reversed Uno and sued the fuck out of Dwayne Youngblood, girl, and said, come here, girl. I see you need that. I see you need that, girl, for playing on my head top, girl. So it's a lot of smoke and mirror shine, all right? Baby, right, baby, you better not call Tyrone, even if I let you use my phone, baby. Okay, call everybody but my Tyrone. I got to get up out of here, you guys. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up the video. If you guys enjoyed yourself, y'all already know, baby, show some love to the king over there on Cash App and or PayPal. Email me all the tea at consciouztv@gmail.com. Follow me on Patreon and Instagram at Consciouztv. Have a wonderful day. We will be circling the block again, girl, to follow up on this Funky Dineva, Smelly and Brown, and Trasher Coochie K drama from yesterday. I will be dropping the link again, and we're going to get into the things. I'll see you all later. Bye.